Hey guys, J.R. Fisher here, and I am sitting, I don't know if you can see it, on the deck of this huge ship right now. It is the Queen Mary that has been docked in Los Angeles area for, gosh, years. And you can actually stay on it now. It's a hotel. And I want to talk to you about networking and working. You know, we all have to work, and you know what I ought to do? I ought to walk around a little bit here so I can show you guys around. There's a bunch more ships off behind me here. I don't know if you can see some of that. And then there's a ship that we're going to be going out on in a couple days. I don't know if you can see it off through the corner there. I don't want to put my phone too far over the edge of the ship for fear of losing it. But I want to talk to you about this. Let me grab some of my stuff here. And we'll go for a little walk on the deck here. And if you haven't been to Long Beach and seen the Queen Mary, hey, you're getting a chance to do it now, and it saved you a lot of money and time getting here. But it's really beautiful down here. Just spent a little bit of time in downtown Long Beach. Did a little walking around. Attempted to do some shopping, but couldn't find what I wanted. But that's okay. Had a good time there. Got to talk to an interesting Uber driver who was from Iran, and he gave me his opinions of the revolution. He said he moved away from Iran before the revolution started, but he wasn't happy. Wasn't a happy guy, but it's okay. He was a nice guy, and he gave me a ride to where I was going. So why am I here anyhow? Because I'm going on a cruise. Now, I'm not going on the Queen Mary. Queen Mary has not worked in many, many years. It's just parked. It's basically a hotel, restaurant, sightseeing thing. They've got tours, they've got, you know, ghost tours and history tours of it. And it's pretty cool though, because everything's kind of old-fashioned, everything's old. You know, they've preserved a lot of this stuff, so it's pretty neat. I'm getting ready to walk a little bit closer to the front here of the ship. And I'll show you another ship behind me. I see another ship here on the horizon, so I'll let you also see that ship, which is pretty cool, pretty darn cool. Let me get around here to the edge of the ship, and then we'll talk a little bit about networking and why it's so important. And okay, now if you look to the back of me, can you see that huge ship right there? Let me get this thing just right. There it is. It's one of the Carnival ships. And hey, Nicole, what's going on? I see Nicole right there. This ship here is actually the Carnival Imagination. Don't know where it stands as far as being a big ship in their line, but looks kind of big. Got some size to it. So why am I here anyhow? I didn't just come to hang out at the Queen Mary. I came out here to go on a cruise, and I didn't just come to go on a cruise. I came to go on a marketer's cruise. People who do marketing. And you know, there's another cool view behind me here. If you look, you can see downtown Long Beach, all those tall buildings and everything. So that's kind of cool. Hope you're not getting dizzy watching this. I'm not getting dizzy turning it around, but then you can look down the side of the ship here, way down the side there, and you can see more parts of the ship and our lifeboats, which hopefully we won't need since this thing is docked. Can't really get in too much trouble there. So the cruise I'm going on is going to have, I think it's up to 470 people now, people from around the world. I mean, from every country you can imagine is on this cruise. And we're all here to share ideas and network. And that's what I wanted to kind of talk to you about, because a lot of people work, but they don't network. And what's the difference? Well, the difference is if you network, you can get to meet people in your industry, or, you know, things that you could help other people with, and you can share ideas and maybe even do business together. But I do it more to see who I can help out. I've noticed over the years, if I go in with that attitude instead of what I can get out of something, and I think that's what most people do. When they get to a group, they're like, oh, that group was worthless. There was nobody there who's going to do me any good. And that's just the wrong attitude to have. What you're supposed to be doing when you go in the group is say, hey, you know, this is the knowledge I've got. These are the skills that I have. And I want to be able to share these with other people. And if I share these with other people, I may improve their life, you know, may do something good for them. And in doing so, sometimes you get some business, sometimes you don't. I know over the years I've gotten a lot of business from attending these things, but I never go in with that intent. That's not my intent. My intent is basically to go in and see who I can help, see who I can do something with. And I found that by doing that, it really works out. I have a client now that has paid us in the 5 figures, and that client actually attended one of my meetups I did like 4 or 5 years ago, and it turned out to be a really good client on down the road. So, you know, and that was me doing a meetup for free and kind of just teaching people how to do stuff. So what I would tell you is if you're not attending some of these things, first off, it's pretty cool, right? You got one of those old, see that phone booth there from England? Kind of cool. If you're not attending these things, you need to do so. Because if you do so, it's going to benefit you in the long run. And that's really, you know, what it's all about, is helping other people. And sure, you're going to get some benefits, but just help some other people out. If you stay glued to your computer and you sit in your little apartment and you never get out and you never talk to people and you never do anything, your world gets really small. This cruise that we're going on now, we have several stops. I think the first one is Cabo San Lucas, and then we go to Mazatlan and then Puerto Vallarta. So we have, you know, some pretty cool ports and gonna get to see some cool things down there, meet some neat people. We have some parties planned. I think we have a party planned here tomorrow night on the Queen Mary around 5 o'clock. So I'm gonna do that, meet some people. I've already talked to a couple people staying on the ship that are in our group. We're gonna meet up this afternoon and exchange some ideas. So it's a lot of fun, but guys, you got to get out there. You can't stay at home behind that computer screen. Besides that, it's no fun. This is kind of fun, right? Getting out and seeing new stuff and doing different things is pretty fun. Maybe I should extend that out a little bit, give you a better view. Is that better? Yeah, okay. And do me a favor, when you watch this video, and if you're watching it right now, type in the comment section there for me, jrfisherbook.com. That's jrfisherbook.com. Because one of the main steps you got to do is you got to have a product to sell. If you don't have a product to sell, you got a problem, okay? So you can't make any money if you don't have anything to sell. If you grab that book at jrfisherbook.com, I think it's like $5.60. Pretty cheap, you know? I don't get rich off that book. But I have had a lot of people buy that book and then buy services and then become coaching clients, and so maybe I do make a lot of money off that book, but I don't make it off selling the book, not at $5.60. But it's like 40 pages. In 40 pages, you can read this book and you can find a product to sell online that makes a profit with no technical skills whatsoever. I know, because I didn't have any technical skills when I started, and it's risk-free. You know, it doesn't. You know, when you pick some of the products on there, you don't have to worry about losing money on the products. So they're like 99.9% guaranteed to make money. And it also shows you how to run ads with them and do all kinds of crazy stuff. So grab the book. It's at www.jrfisherbook.com. If you're watching it now, type that in the comments section. The more comments I have in there, the better distribution of these videos I get. So just type in there www.jrfisherbook.com, and I can't type on the screen. I can't do it. Not possible. Can't do it. So if you do that for me, I really appreciate it. Now, if you're watching this video, and this happens to me a lot, I'll put a video up and not a lot of people watching, but then all of a sudden there's 100, 200,000, there's a whole bunch of people that watch it later on. If you're watching this later on and you have a question, you want to know something, or you just got a comment, type it in there. Even though it's not live, what'll happen is I'll get notifications on that, and when I get those notifications, if you have a question, you want to know something, I'm going to answer you. And guess what I charge for that? It's free. Don't charge you anything for that. So, you know, why not take advantage of that? It's a nice backdrop, isn't it? That ship there. It's kind of cool. I like that. I like that. All right, so I got to figure out what I'm going to do for dinner. Have not done lunch. Probably it looks like that's going to get skipped. I think the gym will get visited. That's what I need to do. I don't need to have another meal. So anyhow, guys, I really appreciate you watching. Go grab the book, www is hard to say if you say enough. www.jrfisherbook.com. Grab the book. If you don't have time to read, not a problem. There's an audio version on there. You can grab the audio version and just listen to it. Simple enough, right? That's pretty cool. So anyhow, appreciate you watching this video, and I'm gonna probably hook up with you tomorrow. I'm not doing my live coaching call tomorrow because of all the travel and all that. We couldn't coordinate it, so I apologize for that. Those of you who are, you know, watching this later on and you're waiting for the coaching call tomorrow at 11 a.m., it's not going to be there, unfortunately. I'm sorry about that. But it will return in 2 weeks, because next Friday I won't be able to do it either, because I'll be somewhere down in Mexico. I have no idea where I'll be at that point. And the internet connection is not great, so we can't have you sign up and then me not show up. Anyhow, hope you appreciate the video. If you like it, do that little like thing there, share it on your timeline, share it with other people. May help them out. There's your start. Help out somebody else, give them this video so they know what to do. Network. Super, super important, guys. Go ahead and do that. And I will talk to you really soon.